Hi everyone, this is Jason with SCHLEY'S Bonsai and Supplies. Today I wanted to talk about one of the most important aspects of bonsai. So many people are used to watering their trees on a regular basis. I have friends up in New York and Ohio that water their trees when the temperature's in the 70s, usually every day or every other day if they're a more refined tree. They always let the tree tell them when they're thirsty. Watching the soil, watching the weight of the tree, watching the leaves, see how fast they're respiring the moisture. And I hear that sometimes they're watering some trees, once or twice a week. And that makes perfect sense. However, down here in Central Florida, we have 95 to 100 degrees 5 or 6 months out of the year. We also will get rain almost every day. However, there may be times when we don't get rain for 2 or 3 weeks in the heat of the summer. So I really wanted to talk about that. If you grow shohin, which is trees under 8 inches or smaller, in those little tiny pots, you're going to have a hard time keeping them moist if they're in 12 hours of 100-degree weather, especially if it's a variety that is a little bit more susceptible to the heat, such as maple, quince, Chinese quince, Japanese quince, many other varieties of hardy evergreen trees. In that regard, when they're a smaller tree like that, there's a few things we can do. One, you can water more often than once a day. I typically water all my trees first thing in the morning, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And if it's really hot and we're not going to have rain in the afternoon, I'll give them a second watering. Usually by the end of the day, they're dried off enough to where I'm not going to worry about any fungus on the leaves overnight. But if it's really intense and it's really breezy, I might even give them a third watering about an hour before dark. It's really important, however, if you're watering multiple times a day, that you don't leave water on the leaves at night. It can actually incite fungus. So you want to watch that. Also, another thing that you can do is if it's a smaller bonsai tree and it's drying out 4 or 5 times a day, if it's a tropical tree, make sure that you don't get too pot bound. Sometimes a little tiny tree will fill up a pot really quickly with roots. If it's a tropical tree, you can repot it. Take it out of the pot, trim the roots, put it back in the same pot. Give it a lot more room for root growth. That also typically will keep the tree from drying out so fast. I think that's basically it for today. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like the information that we had to share, please like us and share us. Thank you.